As future technologies develop, we may be able to come up with a cure for what they died of. Or this may never work.
What if there was a way to live twice? That's the focus of a new documentary now streaming on Netflix. The film, called Hope Frozen, follows a young girl in Thailand who undergoes a process called cryonics with the goal of being brought back to life in the future. As Sean McLaughlin explains, the lab working to make this possible is right here in Arizona.
The question, how close are we to bring her back?
In Hope Frozen, a family in Thailand makes the difficult decision to have their 2-year-old daughter cryonically frozen when she passed away from brain cancer. She is the youngest person who has ever undergone cryopreservation.
Let's see where Matherin is.
Yes. Where is my baby?
The family went to Alcor Life Extension Foundation in Scottsdale to make it happen. Now, it works by keeping people in these tanks that are at negative 320 degrees Fahrenheit for years. Alcor's president, Max Moore, believes when a doctor declares someone dead today,
what she really means is that given today's technology and medical ability, there's nothing more the doctor can do for the person.
Alcor's goal is one day, when technology advances, they can revive the dead, just like current science allows sperm and eggs to be frozen and then used later. Alcor's been around for nearly 50 years, and so far they have around 180 patients, and thousands have signed up to make arrangements when they pass on. It took filmmaker Pylin Waddell 5 years to make this documentary.
I just had this craving to really do a story that connects people in larger themes like life, death, faith. What's the duty of parents to their children? How far would you go?
It's different than other documentaries that she's worked on.
It's a film that is really about one family's experience. It's not trying to, interview the critics and then interview the people who are pro. It's a character-driven documentary.
The question is, does cryonics work?
If people say it just can't possibly work, I ask them, well, why exactly do you think it can't work? After all, already today, we can cryopreserve, again, all these different kinds of tissues. We've actually had some success in preserving whole organs and then reversing that and implanting them. So it's just a matter of technological advance.
Not everyone is a believer.
From the scientists that I've talked to, they vary. Like, there's people who really think that this could happen one day. So that's a big leap ahead. And then there's people who think it's probably nearly impossible.
Waddell herself isn't completely sold right now. She thinks it's probably impossible. But
in 1,000 years, who knows?
But even if it does work, Moore says it will be a while until people can be brought back.
We're not going to be bringing people back next year or the next few years or even 20 years. We don't really know how long it's going to take. It's going to take at least decades, maybe 100 years.
All right, it is interesting to think about, Sean. Thanks. As you might imagine, this is not cheap, with prices stretching into the hundreds of thousands of dollars for this service, plus some annual fees. We put a link to Alcor's website if you'd like to know more about how it works. You could find it on our free mobile app right now, and you can watch the documentary Hope Frozen, right now on Netflix.